Sometimes a picture really is worth 1,000 words, and these are just some of the set shots from our trip out west last year. We stayed at the Lone Pine Campground, which is near Mount Whitney. Took a day trip out to Death Valley and drove around there. That was very cool to see. Very unusual scenery from there. And I'm sure most people have heard of Mount Whitney or Alabama Hills, but if you haven't, it's an absolutely gorgeous place to go. Stayed there the end of April, beginning of May, which was unfortunate because the middle of May is when the portal opened and you could do the actual Mount Whitney hike. But still, the scenery from here, the snow, just incredible views. The Alabama Hills is the scene of many movies. We watched Tremors when we were out here because portions of that were filmed in the Alabama Hills. Prior to Lone Pine, we stayed in Mesa, Arizona, and went to Lost Dutchman. And we also stayed up near Sedona and went to Montezuma Castle National Monument. This was our first time in Sedona, so we were very surprised by how beautiful it was. It's as if a national park had a city built inside of it. Sunset at the Grand Canyon was probably the most spectacular pictures I have. The hikes in the Grand Canyon can be punishing, but they definitely have payoffs because it's incredibly beautiful there. And then the Bright Angel Trail had an incredible area down near the campground that was just beautiful. I don't even know how to describe these pictures from Valley of Fire State Park in Nevada. It's just gorgeous out there. And if you have a chance to check out Lake Mead Recreational Area and the Hoover Dam, definitely do that. I consider Utah to be the cheat code for photography. Some of these pictures are just unreal, and it's not because I'm good at photography, it's just Utah. Zion and Bryce are pretty obvious, but if you've never been to Kodachrome Basin State Park, that is also gorgeous. This is a really cool view of Bryce Canyon National Park from Highway 12. Bryce is normally gorgeous, but when you mix in some snow in the late spring, just absolutely incredible. And these are some views from Escalante Petrified Forest State Park. You don't even have to stop in Utah for it to be spectacular. You can just drive through it. And that brings us back to Capitol Reef National Park, which I think this is the most overlooked national park in the country because it's in Utah. If it was in any other state, it would be the #1 park in that state. It doesn't matter how good you look when you're matched up with Arches, Canyonlands, Zion, Bryce. Just look at Arches. This is incredible. I still might list the view from Canyonlands Island of the Sky Visitor Center as maybe the top view in the United States. If you ever have a chance to go to Utah, especially the southern part with all the national parks, then just do it. I knew that the month we spent in Utah was going to be awesome, but I had no idea about New Mexico. It has some incredible places that you definitely should visit, like the Valley of Fires recreational area. And the areas around Alamogordo are just incredible. Now, the views from the Grand Canyon and from Utah for the sunsets were incredible, but New Mexico has like a 1-hour sunset. I've never seen that before. It's just insane. And Oliver Lee Memorial State Park near Alamogordo was a surprise to us. It was pretty cool campground, awesome views, awesome sunsets, and it had a really good hike. And like I said, it was almost like an hour sunset. Most of these photos were taken on a single night. I just went around to different areas of the campground. One of the cool stops we had was at Guadalupe Mountains National Park. This also has some incredible hikes. It has the highest point in Texas, and it's not too far from Carlsbad Cavern National Park, so you get like a double national park out of this one. Along with having the highest peak, Guadalupe Mountain has the Devil's Hall, which is more of a technical hike. I mean, there's no like mountain climbing or anything, but you're having to climb over boulders and shimmy across this rock area. And it doesn't quite have the same sunset views as New Mexico, but they're still really awesome. When you're done at Guadalupe Mountains, then definitely head over to Carlsbad Caverns. It has the most impressive cave system I've ever seen. And if you're looking for places to stay, I don't know if there's a whole lot out there. There's tent camping, there's boondocking, and Guadalupe Mountains has a campground, but it's basically a parking space. And they do have flush toilets and bathrooms, but they don't have a shower and no dump station. So it's definitely adequate for staying a couple days. If you want to stay long term, you might have to make alternative plans. If you ask people which state has the best national parks, I don't think too many people would say Texas, but Guadalupe Mountain National Park and Big Bend National Park are two of the best national parks in the country. I think the thing that's in the disadvantage of the Texas national parks is that they're not near anything else. They're very isolated, but when you're there, those parks are incredible. How many parks in the country can you get pictures of the stars as the sun's going down? Or have wild horses coming through the campground, or javelina, or cows. I think the size of Big Bend National Park and the variety of things you can do there, it definitely, if not in the top 5, it's in the top 10 of national parks in the country. I think Big Bend and Guadalupe Mountains may be just like, like Glacier National Park. There's a certain time of year you can go there, and the rest of the year you don't want to be there. If you'd like the pictures in this section, then make sure you check out the Chisos Basin area in Big Bend. We unfortunately only spent a day there, but you could easily spend a week just in that basin. I hope you enjoyed this video. I've got another video coming up pretty shortly with animals and the birds of 2025. And then I should be able to pick up back in California, going through Lone Pine, Sequoia, Kings Canyon, Yosemite, and then going up into Oregon. Also, Lassen Volcanic National Park.